Welcome, everyone, to Saturday night's short form improv comedy show, Comedy One Shots. We are Chaotic Good Improv, and as you guessed by our name, we're going to be improvising for you guys tonight. This is the three of us. Chad will be running all the gizmos and the gears and the gadgets, and Gabe and Melanie and myself. Say hello, Gabe. Hello, Melanie. Blow him a kiss. Blow him a kiss. There you go, Gabe.
Hello.
Nice. And we'll all be improvising for you guys. We've got some short form games that we'll be doing here tonight. But because it's being improvised, that means that we really don't know what we're doing. I mean, we don't know what we're doing 99% of the time in most things anyway. But tonight, particularly, we don't know what we're doing. And that's why we're going to be needing suggestions from you guys. So anytime one of us is introducing a game, we'll ask for a suggestion, just some sort of topic or category of something or emotional feels. Anything, doesn't matter. Well, and just type it into the chat, whether you're watching us on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube Live. And Chad will be monitoring all of those chats. He'll let us know what suggestion he has selected, and we will improvise the scene accordingly. Because it's improvised, that means that the show will never exist again. This is the first time it's ever going to be, and the last time it's ever going to be. It's the only time, really, it's ever going to be. So you guys will be there live to watch this creative process occur. And hopefully you'll enjoy it, because I know we will. We just like to crack each other up. So, Chad, I'm going to turn it over to you for any pre-show announcements or anything you got to get off your chest to let the audience at home know before we get rolling.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that you've invited me to this confessional. Let's see. One time in 12th grade, I took the car out without permission, and I feel really good having shared that. And now that I have shared that, and I feel 100% lighter, welcome to everyone who is watching on the Twitches, the YouTubes, and the Facebooks. We are so happy to have you tonight, as Chris said. Couple of quick announcements. First of all, if you haven't been there already, go to our website, chaoticgoodimprov.com. We have a really nice website, and we are quite proud of it. And that is a place where you can find out a little bit more about us and also pick up some Chaotic Good merch, of which I brought exactly 0 to my desk because I am a professional, and that's how promotion works. But I tell you what, if you're dying to see what it looks like, that's where you go. chaoticgoodimprov.com. Check out the store. We have mugs, we have shirts, we have pretty much anything that you can think of to wear a frame tastefully in your house and all that sort of thing. Oh, and by the way, thank you so much to Janet Fidgets for the post-birthday wishes.
Older.
We appreciate that. Yeah, I'm older now, so last time you saw me, I was younger than I am now. That's how time works. Another quick thing, too, be sure to follow us on all the social medias, including our website, but also definitely all the social medias. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we are on Twitter, and we have a heck of a Twitter account, if I do say so myself. And, of course, Twitch, where you're probably watching right now. And speaking of which, we do have people who like to support us on Twitch via Twitch subscriptions and bit cheering. Which you can do on twitch.tv/chaoticgoodimprov, where you're probably watching now, and like Janet Fidgets just did, cheering
Hey,
100
Jana.
bits, so we appreciate that, and good to see you. Also good to see Chantellan and Stab Comedy, Stab Comedy as well, Chantellan rather. Chantel N. Yeah, there we go. All right, because I actually
That
know
was
her in
that.
real life, so that's a good
That
thing.
took like 30 tries.
That was smooth, honestly. I
Yeah.
tell you, it's like I said, I'm older now, so you gotta bear with me. Grandpa gets a little confused sometimes. Get off my lawn. Also, Comedy Girly just resubscribed for 1 month, and we really do appreciate that as well. Remember, if you subscribe to our channel on Twitch, you can do so at no extra cost to yourself if you have an Amazon Prime account, because Amazon and Twitch are all part of one big happy family. So keep that in mind if you would like to support us, and you just have a Twitch Prime subscription you're not using. So that's great. Addie Hatter, good to see you as well.
Eddie.
Alrighty then, one last order of business. We've taken to asking the audience not only for suggestions for our games, but also for suggestions as to what we're going to call this. So, yeah, this This show will exist once and everything, and then be put into our archives forever and ever on YouTube and for a limited time on Twitch. And when we do, we like to give it a little name. Hype Train just started, by the way. That is amazing. Thank you. So already, we haven't even done the first game, and we got a Hype Train.
What?
Thank you guys.
I don't know if we can live up to the pressure.
Right? Exactly. Well, it's all downhill from here, isn't it? Now. So yeah. But seriously, at any point, if you hear our actors say something hilariously funny, or if you hear a certain theme happening throughout the night, go ahead and let me know in the chat what you would like to name the episode based on those things. Just throw it in there. Some people use quotes around it or what have you. I will be Chaotic Good Improv in the chat. I will be monitoring the chat on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube Live. I see all. So go ahead and let me know if you hear anything that could potentially be the title of the show, and we'll give you kudos, and you'll be our favorite person for the evening. Okay, guys, that will do it for my business and everything. Let's get to the funny business, and for that, I always like to turn it back over to Chris. So, Chris, let's get to the funny.
Thank you, Chad. I'm excited. I can't wait to get to all the funny. I want to see what it is too. That's why I like to intro and host the first game, because it gets my brain warmed up for what's about to happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to begin this show with a game that we like to start most of our shows out with. A game called Change. This is going to be for Melanie and Gabe. I'm going to change my virtual background here so it looks like I am off stage. The suggestion that we're going to be needing for this game is a reason to celebrate. It doesn't have to be something really magnanimous. It could be something very simple, like I learned to tie my shoes today. It doesn't matter. Anything that would have maybe happened that's a good thing that you might want to celebrate, or even give yourself a little personal high five in celebration. Just feel free to type those into the chat. Because what's going to happen is Melanie and Gabe will be improvising a scene based on the suggestion that is chosen for them. However, during this game of Change, anytime I want, I can say change. And when I say change, whoever just spoke will have to change what they just said to something completely different, and then have to justify why that new thing they've said is part of the scene instead of the old thing, which doesn't exist. So, Chad, do we have a suggestion for a reason to celebrate for this initial game of Change?
Here we go. Finished a library book.
Finished a library book. I love the specificity of that it has to be from library. Because what happened to you?
It's hard to do that.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Well, I guess it's hard to finish them before you have to return them, I guess. Yeah. All right. So this scene has something to do with finishing a library book. They'll use that as they see fit. This is Change with Melanie and Gabe in 3, 2, and 1.
Mom, I feel like there's something I should tell you.
Oh no.
Yeah, no. Last night I took the car out without your permission, and I went to the library.
You went to the library in my car.
Yeah, I did.
The library you can walk to.
Yeah. I wanted to. I had to take my buddy Craig. And he doesn't. I took the cat with me, and the cat doesn't have legs and doesn't like to be carried.
Change.
I didn't feel like walking, Mom. I just had a big plate of nachos, and I was a little bloated.
I understand that.
Huh.
I made you those nachos, and I finished the ones in the kitchen, and I get it.
You did, and you passed right out, and then I was able to take the car. It was quite convenient.
It was. I woke up.
Carb heavy nachos.
I woke up, and the book that was on my bedside table was gone. I have been working on that particular book for 2 months.
Change.
I have been trying to finish that book since I rented it a year ago.
Change.
I have been trying to learn a new language, and reading Harry Potter in Spanish has been a goal of mine, and I was this close to the end of it.
Mom, you've been reading it in Spanish, but you don't have an English copy. I don't see how you're learning Spanish by just reading the Spanish one. You're just saying words.
I'm reading it out loud, and I know the story from the movies, so when they say, Harry Potter,
change Spanish translation word.
When they say
Change translation word.
When they say, have a mayonnaise entre the cavernous room.
Yeah, Mom, I've been meaning to tell you, you haven't really been learning Spanish. It's definitely the French copy, Mom. I'm so sorry.
You returned my French copy too?
Yeah, I returned both of them. I thought they were both French, but I forgot. Yeah, you had one, the first one Spanish, second one French. Look, I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take you yelling out that weird French Japanese hybrid version of Hermione over and over in our house.
It's a beautiful way to learn the story. The spells are so much more magical in another language.
They're still in Latin, Mom. It doesn't matter what. You're right. You're right, Mom. The story is much more romantic in French. I didn't mean to offend you, but if it makes you feel better, I brought you back the theory of everything in Dutch.
And scene. I'm sorry I had to pimp you out there, Melanie. But that was an opportunity to do it.
Too good not to pimp her out on that one.
That was fun.
Harry Potter!
That's how Harry Potter is Spanish. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter entree. Okay.
Man, this is an amalgam of all languages.
I did not do well in French or Spanish. Yes. I do know Harry Potter. I don't know those two languages. All right. So our next game, Chris looks a little frozen to me. There he is for Chris and Gabe. And I'm going to need 2 suggestions of pretty much anything. Just a word, a place, a famous person. Just all I need is 2 somethings in the chat, because these guys are going to do a game called 2 Suggestions. They're going to create the entire scene just based on the 2 things that you give them. So they can be very different. In fact, it's ideal if they are very different. So Chad, you're looking very serious. I don't know if you're frozen. Okay. Do we have some suggestions?
Yeah.
Okay. But I am muted, so that is now not a thing.
That was great. Yeah, just like Thursday's intro. Chad did Thursday's intro, completely silent, muted to the audience. Yeah.
I was doing the Spanish version, but nobody heard it, so it was very impressive at the time.
You were doing the silent version.
Exactly. There was a piano playing in the background the whole time.
Also muted.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, so do we have
some suggestions?
Yeah, we do. Let's see. We have a black cat and a chess set missing 3 pawns.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So my internet got a little sketchy, but I heard a black cat with 3 paws.
That's even better. So, great. It's a black cat, and then a chess set missing 3 pawns. Now you stole my joke. I was going to do a cat with 3 paws. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. So this is. Let me change my background because I definitely do not want to be in this scene. And this is going to have something to do with what Chad said in 3, 2, and 1.
Hey, Harold.
Yes.
Now I got a quick question for you. I noticed you were rooting around in my bookshelf, and the games are rearranged. I put them in chronological / alphabetical order, and my chess checker sets were all mixed up with my Chinese checker sets, and that is just unacceptable.
Yes, I do apologize, but I think it's best to be done geographically. I think it's best to put those games which originated in the East, where most oldest board games originated from first, and then those which migrated to the West Hemisphere after them.
Yeah, well, that's great, Harold. I appreciate that. But you know that I don't know my rights from my lefts, let alone my east from my west. So I have a tough time. That's why I remember my life chronologically, like most people do, I would assume, as opposed to a Pulp Fiction version of their life where just different pieces come out of order.
Yes, I think they call that dementia, Philip.
I might have a little bit of that. I might have a touch of it.
Well, I do apologize. I didn't mean to disrupt your board games, but I did notice you are missing quite a few pieces.
Well, I don't have a lot of people that come visit me and that come and play with me. So I started playing with my real friends. There's the accoutrement and the bevy of cats and dogs and parakeets that I have in my house. So sometimes they like to take off with some of the piece. I almost said the pisses, but the pieces.
Yes, well, I was curious about that actually, because I kept hearing your parrot say "checkmate" just over and over. I'm curious. Is your parrot good at chess?
Well, actually, no. See, what had happened with that was he was part of a weird dating service. It was checkyourmate.com.
Oh.
And so the person who owned it used to always be, hey, they got their checkmate, and that's where he, remembered it. You would think he'd be good at chess.
Well, he may not be good at chess, but he clearly has game because he's remembered that phrase very well.
Well, yeah. Sometimes it gets annoying because I'll be playing with myself. I'll be playing by myself.
Yes.
And I'll hear checkmate, and I'll think I beat myself. But
yes.
I did. You know who's real?
So you let me get this straight. You beat yourself while you're playing with yourself, but your parrot has a mate.
Harold, you're taking my words and you're twisting them on purpose.
I don't think it took much twisting.
I think you're innuendoing into my words. You're digging in with the innuendos.
Yes, you're quite right, Philip. I apologize. I didn't mean to degrade your lovely sentence building abilities with my innuendo.
Well, now, since you're here, I did, there is something geographical that I knew about you, and that's that you're not from America. And I'll put that together by the way you talk. And so what I wanted to do was give you something nice for coming over here and hanging out with me. So I bought you some tea from Europe. It's European tea.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Black Cat or Gato Negro. As it says on here. It must be French. I'm not sure. I don't speak the foreigners.
This is lovely. This is very good. This is a very good tea to have before dinner. You don't want it after dinner. You certainly don't want it anytime near lunch.
I would venture to assume the same, but you would know. You sound like a tea expert based on your. But I don't know what that noise means.
Yeah, I yes, I would say maybe.
Okay, well, that's better than a straight up no. Since I could go put on a pot of this Gato Negro, and if you want to maybe play some, it's Chinese checkers with a little bit of some Parcheesi pieces because I ran out of marbles.
I wanted to mention that. I thought it strange that I opened up your Chinese checkers set and there was nothing left. You removed all of the marbles that were not either red, blue, or white.
Yeah,
I didn't. It seems a bit xenophobic, if I'm honest.
Well, actually, it's not xenophobic. See, what happened was I like to play Hungry Hippos and with different colored marbles, and so Hungry Hippos normally has all the white marbles.
Oh, that's very true.
When I'm playing with my hippos by myself, I like to mash on them and get different colors. I pretend they're different flavors.
Oh, different flavors, different points. That's an interesting way to play the hippos.
Yeah.
I hope you have fun beating your hippo.
I want to hang out with that guy. He seems fun.
Same with Philip. He seems like a cool dude. Weird dude. Just watching his parrot on Parrot Tinder, and he's
Parrot
just
Tinder. Yep.
Playing. It's a little weird.
Oh man, that poor guy.
All right. God. Okay.
My cheeks hurt already. We're game 2.
Oh man, this next game is a game for Chris and Melanie, mainly because they're both good at it, and I'm not bold enough to go for it because my brain doesn't work this fast for this one. This is letter sub with Chris and Melanie. What we're gonna need is 2 letters that are not vowels, but they are relatively commonly used letters. We don't want those weird Q's and X's. Get those out of here.
Weirdos.
Yeah, those weirdies. Then J's especially. Ugh, they barely exist in the English language. So just any 2 letters that are not a vowel, but they
Melanie
are commonly used. The what?
Melanie F. Coat.
Melanie F. Coat.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I guess that's my cue to get suggestions. Okay.
Yeah,
then.
I mean, also I could ask for suggestions for an actual suggestion as well. I kind of forgot that part of it.
That's okay. I can pick one from earlier if you need to. That's the thing.
There you
Sure,
go.
I think so. Considering I forgot to ask, give a prompt, I might as well save
You're
some
good
time.
at this, Gabe.
I am so good at this. This is why I'm not playing letter sub.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so we have the letter okay, H.
H.
Ooh, let's get a different one. That's
Okay, yeah,
that's kind
I
of
gotcha.
yeah.
My bad.
It could be
yeah.
that's an
Only-
awkward one with
yeah,
all the
only-
the
yeah,
CHs and
yeah.
THs.
I forgot
One's
the,
a bit.
yeah, I forgot the.
I count that as a vowel, but whatever.
Yeah, I need to.
It's a helper letter, if nothing else. We have the letter B.
Yep.
B. B's good.
Yeah, and we have the letter F.
F. All right. So you want B's to become F's, or would you like F's to become B's?
It's your choice.
I think I'd like to see B's become F's personally.
Okay, so we definitely
So
don't want
B
to talk
would be
about.
a fee.
Yeah, and don't mention Buck Rogers.
Great, you've planted the seed.
Yeah, dude.
The seed is growing. All right. And do you have a suggestion from earlier, Chad?
Tuna casserole.
Tuna casserole. All right. So this
Okay.
scene will have
B's.
something or nothing to do with tuna casserole. All
B's or F's.
are becoming F's. And this
Tuna
is
casserole.
letter sub with Chris and Melanie in 3, 2, and 1.
Ooh, what's for dinner, honey?
Oh, I thought I would improvise since
Smell-
it's our anniversary.
Ooh, I forgot. I mean, I didn't forget. I remembered our anniversary. I wanted to fool you. But I do. I do smell. I smell tuna. Is that Fumblefee tuna?
Oh, yes, it is. It's your favorite, and I believe you are going to be very surprised by what I put on top of it.
I might be surprised. I hope you remembered. I'm on a low carb diet. I can't have noodles or Fred. I can't eat Fred. Fred makes me float.
I know we got rid of Fred because of the gluten,
Yeah.
but this I decided to use peanut friddle
Peanut friddle. Wow. Is that
on the tuna.
I heard that's healthier than the peanut butter.
I actually made it with peanut butter and almond butter, all the
Ooh.
butters, and butter.
Just full butter.
A big doff of butter
Oh, I love butter.
in the pan.
Yeah.
Oh, just sizzled.
Oh, now oh, Faithy. Whoo, you are making me so hungry. I'm wondering maybe we could have breakfast for dinner because some buttermilk biscuits and some bacon. Ooh, you know what? We're gonna be faking. We're gonna be eating bacon on our anniversary.
We are, and you know what? Because I'm Italian, we're gonna go get some fresh basil.
Basil. Oh.
Basil.
Yeah, I like
Sprinkle.
to put basil in my French bread. It's tasty.
French fried basil?
French fried basil.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I feel like we should maybe open some bourbon.
I do have an old aged Furfin. This Furfin here, it's been aged for going on a decade. It's not that old, but it's old enough.
It's older than us.
What a great place to end it. An age for a decade.
I was trying to think of a number that had a B in it, and I couldn't think of one.
I don't think there are any.
50
I don't think so.
You gotta go to 1 billion years.
billion.
At that point,
It's a billion years old.
it's some old Furfin.
It's an old Furfin. Oh boy. All right. So
don't eat Fred. I don't eat Fred. I don't eat Fred.
I don't eat Fred.
He makes me float.
It makes me float. Fred makes me float.
Chris.
Oh my god.
All right. So the next game we're going to be doing is for Melanie and Gabe. However, Chad and I will be playing some support in this game. We're going to be doing a game of pillars. So let's go ahead and ask for the suggestions before I explain the game. For a suggestion for this, I would like something that people would consider valuable. It could be something as simple as a gem or a diamond, which is a gem. It can be, or like a piece of jewelry. It could be something like a family heirloom or a memento or just your first love note. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to have a monetary value, just something you would value. And what's going to happen is Melanie and Gabe will be improvising a scene based on the suggestion. However, during this game, the actors are going to hesitate every once in a while and not be able to think of the next word that they need to say. When that happens, they will simply raise their hand, and their respective pillar, who's played by Chad and myself, will just say the first word that comes to the top of our head, and that will be the next word out of the mouth of the actor. I will be Melanie's pillar. Chad will be Gabe's pillar. So Chad, do we have a suggestion for something of value?
Not quite yet, but I'm going to give it just a second. Take a look at all the other things. Okay. Something of value. Okay, this is technically a value, but we just had a suggestion for a trampoline park.
Trampoline park. I value those
valuable.
every day.
Yeah.
Without a park full of trampolines, I don't know what life would be. So that's good. So this scene will have something to do with a trampoline park. They will use this suggestion as they see fit. This is Pillars with Gabe and Melanie in 3, 2, and 1.
I brought it. I got the cash. Did you bring your part?
Yeah. What do you think I am? First timer?
I don't know. You never know these dark dealings going on. You gotta make sure people know their stuff. I didn't know if I could trust you. After all, you got us to meet here, didn't you?
Hey, you think anyone suspects something dark and serious is going on in this little jumpy place with all these kids?
Nah, we're just two grown adults with a briefcase jumping. I don't see what's weird about that. I think we're fitting in.
I told you to wear your jumping shoes. Look, I'm wearing my
Fire hose.
I'm wearing my fire hose. That's what I call them. Look, they squirt when I jump.
I'm getting busted for making deals like this. For fencing is one thing, but I don't know if you should be saying things like that around the little ones.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, this is my theory. You draw attention to yourselves, and then like the police will be looking the other way. Like, who would be doing a drug deal and shooting hose water out of the shoes at the same time? It's stupid.
Look, I see where you're coming from. I think, hidden in plain sight's a real thing, but maybe you could draw attention to yourself by spicing it up a little, putting a little swagger in your step. Strut your stuff. I guess that wasn't much better.
Well, I'm trying. It's hard to look sexy on the trampoline and surrounded by a bunch of elementary school kids.
Yeah, I suppose.
That kid over there has a
porcupine.
Has a porcupine. I thought they were checking those at the door, man.
You think in a place with this high potential for falling, you wouldn't want something like a porcupine around, or else you may fall on it. God,
if we fall on that, then we're bleeding, and then if blood gets on a suitcase, and somebody opens it, and then they see we've got
poop,
man.
I don't know if that's what he said. Look. This is getting a little too intense for me. I think I'm just gonna give you the cash, and you give me
glue.
Pardon?
Glue.
You give me the glued Rembrandt painting, Rembrandt work of art that you glued back together with that Helmer's.
I got it right here. So listen, we got to jump at the same time. Yeah. And I'll hand you the painting. Yeah. And you hand me the suitcase of poop.
All right, go for it. You did it wrong. You jumped too early, and I double bounced you. You threw the briefcase across it just hit the porcupine.
Oh, kid, the porcupine's got our poop.
That Rembrandt just got porcupine. It's filled with holes.
We gotta bounce.
And scene.
We gotta bounce.
Oh man. Briefcase full of poop. That's,
what did you say, Chris?
I said soup.
Okay, I thought so.
Oh my god.
That's what we call it. We call it the poop, you know?
Yeah.
It's soup.
Let me get some of that cucumber poop.
Okay. All right. Whew. All right. So that was my exercise for the week.
I am sweating.
So our next game, so I can catch my breath, is for surprise, Gabe and Chris. And it's old job, new job, one of our favorites. So I'm going to need an old job and a new job. I'm going to need two professions, as different as possible would be great. And then one of them, which one of you would like to be the old job, new job?
Oh, that'll be Chris.
Okay.
not to push you into it, but I've done it once.
Chris is going to be in.
I could do it again.
He's going to be in a new job.
I'll do it. Yeah.
But he's going to have some carryovers from his former profession, whatever that is. And so we're also going to need a suggestion. And Chad, you can pull something from back in the day. Seems like 100 years ago when we started the show, when I could breathe. So are we getting any suggestions for jobs or a suggestion for a game they could start ruminating on?
Let's see here. Oh my god. Okay. We have a plumber.
Okay.
And an ENT doctor.
This is already delicious.
Nice.
That's going to be funny either way.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to think maybe you're a doctor now.
Who used to be a plumber?
Who used to be a plumber. Serious upgrade,
Yeah.
Quarantine. You
I was plumbing to get myself through medical school. That's what
yeah, there you go. It's good money in plumbing. Good job. So do we have a suggestion where we can put them?
Gold chain. Oh, in a location, you mean?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just any suggestion.
Okay,
Gold chain. We can do gold
Yeah,
chain.
Gold
Okay.
chain.
Okay, something about gold chain. And Chris used to be a plumber, but he has put himself through med school and is now an ER physician.
ENT.
And ENT, sorry. Very different. And this is old job, new job in 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah, yep. Mr. McGillicuddy, I can tell you right now, you definitely got a gold chain attached to your throat flapper. So yeah, that's
what it feels like. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been getting? Have you been feeling nauseous? Like, have you been regurgitating? Have your valves, your stomach to throat valve, been just stopping up?
I'm so blocked up. I'm all clogged. Nothing. See, like I try to drink water and it just fills up my mouth.
Yeah, overflow.
It can't. It won't go down my throat.
All right. Well, here's we've seen this often. Usually what it is you get some foreign object going down, clogging your drain. Let's call it your drain. It's your throat, your throat, whatever. It's all the same thing. It's a pipe,
Mm-hmm.
So now we've got a couple options here. We can do some surgery, which we're gonna have to put you out. I'm gonna have to call in some other specialists here, or I can just roll up my sleeves, get a snake and just root around down in there and see if I can't yank it out.
Yeah, man, it's you. I mean, I would like to get this sorted out today. I would. I mean, do you have anesthetic for that? Is there something you could give me? Maybe something I could just drink a little, loosen it up, so maybe it won't hurt so much.
Yeah, well, we can't do that. What the problem is when I pour in the anesthetic down, if it doesn't have a way to drain out, it's just going to come back out through your other pipes, which is either going to be your ears or your nose. So what we could do is I could check the pressure seals. What I can do is I can cover your ears and one nostril and just apply a pressure and see if the seals hold, and maybe then we'll know if I can go down into your throat.
Okay, Doc. I think that sounds good to me. I'll take the snaking.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the first snake I'm gonna put down there has got a little light and a camera on it, and I just need to be able to see what I'm doing, what I'm working with. So I'll just go ahead and reel this bad boy down in there. Oh, good Lord! I see a wedding ring. That's a gobba. There's a nasty old gobba hair down there. You're like a cat. All right. Well, you know what? We got some problems here. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I can pull that out, but I feel I might rupture a seal. That's important.
Oh man.
And you might, what might happen is, you might, what I like to call constant running of water. You won't be able to flush, if you know what I mean.
Well, I also wanted to talk to you about that, Doc. I know it's not quite your specialty, but I have been leaking lately.
You got a little run. Your pipe's a little runny.
Yeah,
it's not my area. It's not my area of expertise, but I know a guy who can check those your leaky tubes. If that's Is your fittings, your leaky fittings, basically. Is it a faucet or a drain that's leaking? Which
it's both.
It's both. So you're
both.
This is the most immature improv show I've been a part of in quite a while.
It's good stuff.
We're basically in middle school right now, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Just parrot Tinder and leaky drains.
Is it your faucet?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
Okay.
By the way,
fire hoses.
I do want to know if we have any dentists in the crowd and everything. I think we can get Gabe a free consultation after that opening shot. that was
I probably got some problems going on.
I think I actually did see a hairball back there.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, on that note, talking about my throat hair balls.
My throat hair. I need to trim it. It's growing.
I need to. Someone please buy me a throat hair trimmer for Christmas.
Manscaped.com. We're not sponsored.
I just swallowed. I mouthwash. I use Nair as mouthwash.
Oh my God!
Get rid of all the throat hair.
All right, for our last game of the night, moving forward from that, we have seen three ways with Chris and Melanie. What we need for this game, we need three genres of film or theater or books, I guess. I don't know what genres books have.
No Harry Potter.
I guess books have the only genres you don't want, which is like just history.
Dictionary.
Dictionary. Let's do a scene of dictionary.
Thesaurus. It's just a whole scene.
It's basically the same as Sesame
synonyms.
Street. Let's be real.
We could go in the street or the road.
So yeah, let's just get three genres, any genres whatsoever. And Chad, is there an old suggestion laying around, or should I get one?
Oh, we got some. Give me a second here.
Suggestion?
Hold on a minute. Okay. Green kickball.
This is very straightforward.
A green kickball?
Yes.
Yeah.
Green kickball.
All right. As far as suggestions for genres go, we have a mystery.
Mystery. All
right. We have a young adult novel, which are also movies these days.
YA novel. So basically Twilight.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
I thought that was like a German person talking about a novel. Yeah.
It's a novel.
Yeah, it's novel.
That would be
is that a novel you're reading? Yeah.
For everyone watching this show who cannot see our personal chat in between us, we write down suggestions because we have fickle memories.
Exactly.
I like to read those books about the sparkle vampires. They're so nice.
Yeah.
It's a good novel.
And for our third genre, we have masterpiece theater.
Masterpiece theater. Marvelous. Okay, so this is going to be a scene about something or nothing to do with a green dodgeball. That's just a starting point for these two improvisers. But Chris and Melanie, they're going to do a scene just straightforward, a very short scene, and then I'm going to have them redo that scene three ways. So hence the name, Scene three ways. All right, so this is scene three ways. Something or nothing to do with a green dodgeball with Chris and Melanie in 3, 2, and 1.
Louise, I don't know if I can tell you again. You are not supposed to be playing with the fourth graders out there on the field. You are a supervisor. Technically, you are the lunch lady, but when it's not lunch, you are supervising their outdoor activities.
Well, I can't supervise and not play.
Actually, you can. It's called refereeing, and you can do that. You're a much larger woman than those children, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that you've grown more, not out. You know what I mean. You've aged, not aged.
Yeah. You know what? You better stop right there before I call HR.
Yeah, I
things you said.
Yeah,
you want me to referee? I want to whistle.
Yeah, I kind of walked into that one. I'm sorry, Louise. I'm worried you're going to hurt the kids. You have a much stronger kick than they do, and when that ball goes right into their face, it could do some serious damage. And then we'll have a lawsuit. The parents will sue.
Look, it's a lightweight ball, and when I kick it,
yeah.
That kick got out of the way.
Yeah. It's good when they get out of the way. And by the way, I do. If you could stick to just one sport, if you could do either kickball or dodgeball, this kick dodgeball, it gets really dangerous. The ball is traveling way too fast for these kids to get out of the way of. I'm pretty sure they're going to be losing.
That was my invention.
I
kick it and they dodge.
They dodge. That's great. It seems like it's more fun for you though. The kids were crying. I just want to,
Watch. Shut up, little brat. They dodged.
And scene.
I think Louise is getting fired. I just want to throw that.
I think it's possible. I definitely think it's likely. All right, I want to see this again.
You call me old and fat and.
You might both be getting fired. It's possible. I want to see this again, but I want to see this as a young adult novel. I think that's what I want to see first. So let's see. This is a young adult novel. This workplace kick dodgeball drama again in 3, 2, and 1.
Hey, Louise.
Hey.
Are you gonna kick the ball at those kids again today? Because if you are, I can watch if you don't mind.
I mean, yeah. I was gonna.
I mean, things have been pretty bad at home. My dad's been drinking again, and I just don't want to hang out. I'd rather hang out with you, and you listen to all my problems. It's kind of like your advice is so good, it just slams me in the face, and I get an awakening.
Yeah. Well, it's because my mom has cancer. And
that's awful.
It's been so hard. And so I take out my frustration by kicking balls. And so I'm so glad that you're feeling that metaphorically.
I do. I feel you kicking balls. Yeah, I do. Metaphorically. I do. Yeah. I just was worried because you're a senior and I'm I'm only a sophomore, and you're older and bigger and than me, and you've aged and grown, and it makes me a little intimidated.
Yeah, I can see that because I'm way more mature.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like old, but I definitely like drive.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I could drive you.
Yeah, I think, Louise, I think that there's going to be a problem, though, is you're supposed to be babysitting all of these kids. And if you and I were to go driving, the kids would be on their own.
No, they're not. They're kids are really mature now. They're like in 3rd grade. They can totally you guys good? You chill? You good? See, they're like laying they're fine.
Yeah,
Parents let me leave them all the time.
That one's smoking. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, Louise. Maybe it is.
Oh, I gave him that. It's okay. It's weed.
Scene. Yeah, I'm gonna. That's great.
Yeah.
I would have read that book. in middle school.
I want to know how that one ends. I want to know where these two lovers go.
Louise showing the sophomore the ropes around town while 10 third graders do drugs
Smoking weed.
Sounds like an interesting novel. That sounds like an interesting yarn novel.
Yeah.
All right, let's see this again. I want to see this as a mystery.
A mystery.
What mysteries will we unfold? Just how big is Lisa? And 3, 2.
Detective Louise.
Yes, officer.
I see you are, perusing the crime scene here. It looks pretty bad. I just want to point. I put up the tape around the perimeter. There's the kids. They're lying here. They're not dead. We just asked them to lie here, just so they could be safer with those balls just flying at the face,
Yeah. Well, they're used to these drills. They're used to the ball drills. We come through here and boom, and they're down there. They are down there on that ground. They don't move. They do not move until I blow my whistle.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. Detective Luis, I just, thank you for coming down here. But I got to say, after you started doing your investigatory business, the whistle disappeared. I don't know where it went. I'm not sure if one of the kids got it into it, maybe swallowed it. I was hoping maybe one of them would cough. You'd hear it go in the throat or something.
That's a real problem. Like, when I was promoted to this rank, that whistle, I have worked 25 years for that whistle.
That's a good whistle.
So
it's
a damn good.
I can't wait till I get promoted to whistle status either.
You don't have a whistle, and I got the lanyard. After 25 years, I got the lanyard.
Yeah, I just got it.
One of these little suckers got my whistle.
Oh, I got my stick. I could pop, Now, go ahead.
We kick them.
Kick the kids, and then if the one stole the whistle, we'll know. He'll explode.
Right.
Scene. All right. Okay.
Whoa, did we?
That was an interesting mystery of whistles, lanyards, and balls.
So I was.
Yeah, because you froze. Am I freezing?
Yeah, it was a mystery because I'm like, who's frozen?
I think we're all frozen.
All right.
All right. Our last one. We got to get this one done. This is like a 4 hour long.
Now on Masterpiece Theater is Kickball with Chris and Melanie in 3, 2, and 1.
Good tomorrow, Louise.
Tis morrow already.
Tis morrow already.
I didn't think you would ever come after last week's fiasco at the polo event.
I'll admit you, Lady Louise, I was quite taken aback with embarrassment at my performance on top of that steed, whacking those little balls through the field.
I appreciate your athleticism. It's quite striking.
Yes.
However, I think we should try to figure out how to play the American sport of the kicking of the balls.
Yes, the Americans have been kicking of the balls. That's been quite fascinating, actually. I believe it's similar to the game that they've created, the baseball, which is based off of our cricket.
Yes, of course, there's still everything for us, including a country. But just like the running of the bulls, I think we need to have
kicking of the balls.
Kicking of the balls.
Yes.
And in fact, I think we should change into American sportswear to do it.
Yes. I believe we should. We shall. We will.
And see, that's how you make something Masterpiece Theater. You start every scene with "'Tis morrow." Is it tomorrow? It is tomorrow. Like that's such a great start.
That's like 95% of all Shakespeare, to be fair. Tis morrow.
All right.
Tis morrow.
That's our show, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a weird one.
I think we giggled so hard in the middle. that I think we lost some steam there somewhere along the way. But I'm glad we made it. We crossed the finish line, and no one passed out. Just a couple third graders that are high on marijuana and, laying in the field. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all of your suggestions. I would like to thank Melanie and Gabe for playing tonight, and Chad, of course, for doing all the internet wizardry to get us streaming and chit-chatting with the chatters and all the goodness on the Twitches. Which reminds me, if any of you guys have last-minute title ideas, please feel free to type those into the chat. Chad's going to go through and read us all the titles that you guys have suggested so far for this episode.
I think we set a record tonight, by the way.
Of titles?
Yeah.
I assume there'd be a lot of them tonight.
Yeah, so that's good. That's good. That's why I wanted to end the show just a little bit early to give good time for the titles you guys have written.
Reminiscing.
So, Chad, go ahead and if you want to start reading those off. And by the way, pay attention or listen to you guys at home. If you find one of the ones that's a favorite, we're probably going to ask you guys to type in what your favorite one again is, so we can kind of use that as an upvote. So, just
okay,
listen.
well, and real quick, before I do that, I do want to give special thanks to Eagle Panini, Jana Fidgets, Archradish, Addie Hatter, and Whiskey, and, well, Comedy Girly.
Whiskey.
Yep. Thank you all so much for the bit cheers and for the subscriptions. We have had several resubscribes. We had a hype train earlier. This has been a crazy show on so many levels, and we cannot thank y'all enough as the audience. You guys have been amazing. Okay, and speaking of amazing, oh my God, I have never seen this many titles in my life. Let's go.
Awesome.
First of all, Hermione Entree the Cavernous Room. Harry Pottero.
Harry Pottero.
A black cat with 3 paws. Checkyourmate.com.
Checkyourmate.com.
Yeah.
You beat yourself while you're playing with yourself. I don't speak the foreigns.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fred makes me float, and it's spelled both ways.
Nice. Fred makes me float. Yeah.
Full Futter and Full of Futter. Let's see. I love Futter. All the Futters.
Futter.
French Fred Faisal.
Oh yeah, French Fred Faisal.
I don't eat Fred.
I don't eat Fred.
Just 2 grown adults with a briefcase jumping. It's hard to look sexy on a trampoline, says you. The suitcase of poop. The porcupine has got our poop. I'll take the snaking.
I'll take the snaking.
That was suggested twice, by the way.
Yeah.
My throat hairballs. I thought that was a verb. I think they're both getting fired.
It wasn't even in a scene. That was just a comment on it. Oh my gosh.
I feel you kicking balls.
Yeah.
I feel you kicking balls metaphorically.
I like that we got both of those.
Just how
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just how big is Lisa? And finally, 'tis morrow. It is morrow.
'Tis morrow. It is morrow.
That
So
was
many
all
good
of them.
ones.
Metaphorical ball kicking. Yeah. All right. So if any of those are your particular favorites, retype them in. We'll use that kind of as an upvote to choose what we're going to name the title of this episode. And next, just to keep you guys abreast of what's coming up on Tuesday, we have our Jackbox game show. If you want to play, let us know. We'll get you on there. I think we may have a guest or 2 coming this Tuesday, but we'll always want more guests. It doesn't matter when. So just let us know if you guys want to play. We'll get you onto our Zoom channel and our Discord. Also, next Saturday, 7:30 Central, we've got more short-form improv comedy. We will be making an announcement, I believe, shortly, within the month, on potential live shows that we'll be able to do again. I don't know. I might burst into
Spoiler
flames.
alert.
I haven't seen the sun in a year. I'm a vampire, and I may just burst into flames. So if you do see someone burning, I'm sorry, in a beanie, it's me.
Spontaneous.
Yeah, just. So anyway, keep. If you want to find out when and where those may be, social media. Follow us on our Twitter and our Facebooks and our Instagrams and our Ask Jeeves and our MySpace. So we have our own Ask Jeeves. So Chad, is there any what seems to be the most popular title?
Let's see. Sorry, I had to look at something else real quick. Oh, we didn't get another upvote. Oh, come on, guys.
Okay.
We need to upvote. But
we can go with
ourselves.
Well, since it was asked for twice, I was gonna suggest I'll take the snaking.
Yes.
That one's kind of funny. I don't know unless you guys have a better or another option. What do you guys find particularly your favorite?
I'll take the snaking.
Yeah, I was just going because yes, since it was suggested twice, that's the only reason I chose that.
Yeah.
I'll take the snaking.
So all right, so full prop. We also have a vote for I Don't Eat Fred, but I
do like I Don't Eat Fred.
Yeah,
I Don't Eat Fred is good. One. I like I Don't Eat Fred. Fred is good too. If that just got upvoted, we can choose that.
All right, sounds good to me.
Or Fred makes me float. I don't eat Fred. I like that. I Don't Eat Fred. There we go.
Okay, well, RM Little, congratulations on the I Don't Eat Fred. That will be the.
Oh wait, what spelling are we doing? It the FREAD or AD? Yeah.
I think that actually, yeah, it's just enough to make people curious. So thank you so much, RM Little, for the I Don't Eat Fred. And you really shouldn't, honestly, because Fred.
But that's the weird thing about English, right? People are going to read that as I don't eat Fread.
Well, the thing is, though,
how do vowels work?
RM Little has named like half of our shows.
Yeah, but there's
between Arm Little and Addie Hatter, I think there's 95% of all the show titles right there.
They're going to start asking for writer credit now because
they're not going to get it though. No, I'm just kidding.
Also, I need to clarify, we are not sponsored by Flintstones Vitamins. But anyway, yeah, so...
Actually, they're Blintstones. We just letter subbed them.
Yeah.
All right. Fred.
Bread Blintstone.
Bread Blintstone. Oh, love it. Okay, I had a raid all lined up, but apparently they're not taking raids, so that's a little awkward.
F them.
They're lost.
Okay.
Be 'em, Chris. Be 'em.
But that's all I have for that.
No? Okay.
Be him. All right, so if that's it, we're just going to go and say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all of your suggestions and your support through almost a full year of us doing this online. So thank you guys. And thanks again to Melanie and Gabe for their fantastic participation and improvisation. Participation? What, you guys want your trophy? For improvisation. And of course, Chad for making everything freaking work and for getting older on Friday. So happy birthday again, Chad. So with that, thank you and have a wonderful